Picture this. You hire a top-tier performer, someone with a stellar track record. They walk through the doors on day one with total confidence, only to be hit immediately by the sheer speed and chaos of a new environment. Almost before they have figured out the internal systems, the corporate calendar catches up with them. A few short months in, the standard review cycle kicks off, demanding a concrete performance grade. This is a standard 9-box talent grid. In traditional evaluation systems like this one, managers are forced to plot every single employee on the board. When you lack data on a new hire, that single point gets dragged straight down into the low performer corner. The organization makes a critical mistake here. It labels a steep but normal learning curve as a lack of baseline capability. The fallout from this hits both the employee and the business hard. An unfair evaluation creates immediate anxiety for someone who actually wants to succeed, and the company risks losing great talent before they even have a chance to adapt. When you force a verdict too early, you are not measuring an employee's true ability. You are measuring the friction of their transition. Solving this requires a different approach to talent classification. An effective system needs a built-in pause button on judgment. The Empower 180 matrix maps 2 dimensions: current performance and future potential. To measure these, you need concrete evidence, not subjective opinions. New hires lack this evidence, so they are placed in a distinct category called new support, completely separated from standard performance plots. Entry rules are strictly defined. If an employee is in their first 12 months, in a role, or taking on completely new responsibilities, they go here. By routing recent transitions directly into this category, the system bypasses the traditional grading mechanism. It recognizes a lack of data for exactly what it is, a temporary phase rather than a failure. The primary function of this setup is protection. It ensures that a new employee is never treated as a weak link by default. They get an official safe zone. Managers are restricted from handing down poor ratings based on early, inevitable mistakes or the temporary frustration of training someone new. But a safe zone is not a waiting room. The matrix applies a label, and then it dictates exactly what a leader must do next. Inside the new support box, a manager is mandated to provide structured onboarding, clarify expectations, coach the employee, and reassess only when evidence exists. These actions follow a strict monthly rhythm, ensuring continuous, practical guidance. This mechanic forces the manager to change their behavior. It stops them from acting as an early critic, turning them into an active, invested coach. Eventually, that initial 12-month protection period wraps up, and when it does, the employee is in a very different state. Thanks to the mandated coaching and clear expectations, they have built the foundation skills and role confidence required to execute their job. Notice what happens crossing the 12-month threshold. The manager gains access to observable behavioral evidence and hard performance results. With concrete evidence, the organization confidently moves the employee out of new support into an accurate category, whether top potential or a reliable master. Pausing the evaluation process gives you the time necessary to build a reliable talent dataset. The resulting metrics reflect the employee's true capability, not their early-stage survival skills. A sustainable talent strategy requires patience. It resists the urge to immediately sort people into columns of winners and losers. The Empower 180 matrix relies on one clear operational rule: support first, let the evidence accumulate, and assess later. When you give people the space to learn the rhythm of their new environment, they naturally align with the team and start driving real momentum. Protecting employees during their transition preserves individual talent and anchors the entire organization in a foundation of reliable, evidence-based decision-making.